I always looked up to Lumberjacks, helping out down here when I was younger.
What's it like now working for a team you used to watch when you were younger?
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. It's like a full circle moment.
Yeah, there's not room for a lot of error in this position in this league. I think growing up, working and helping out in this organization showed me that you have to be at your very best every day, because these guys expect a lot more from me, and obviously NHL is everyone's goal, players' goal, my goal, Callie's goal, coach's goal.
So it truly is a developmental league. Like,
Yeah.
think about that.
Early on, starting out, you have to form that trust. You have to like show them that you can do it, and you have to be consistent with it and show them like I'm here with you guys with the battle, and I'm going to give 110% every day.
Ezra Janello, joined by Lumberjacks head coach Colton St. Clair. Coach, thanks so much for coming up.
Appreciate it, thanks.
Second game of the weekend tonight. Last night, a good win for the Jacks, 3-2 in a shootout, first shootout here on home ice. But it was a very low-scoring affair, very physical, something that we've come to know from Cedar Rapids and Mark Carlson. So what do you guys have to do tonight to replicate the result from last night?
Well, I just think, we got to be better versions of us at times. To stand the plan however long it takes, right? We know they're a team that's very aggressive on the forecheck and heavy in their transition game, and we know we're going to get their best. It's going into game 31 now, and we took care of last night, but today's a different day. We're 0-0 right now on the day, and looking to go 1-0. That's all we're looking for.
Becoming captain mid-season, how does that feel?
I'd say it's a role that I wasn't really expecting to take on, but I'm blessed with the opportunity. Super fun so far, kind of being able to hold guys accountable at another level, but also to kind of love them at another level.
He's such a unique individual. He really is. You know, just for one, his play style, I think it's very tough to find these days that somebody that has an impact and energy with that physicality, right? And the, you know, ability to score some goals at times, right? And you look at the passion and the fire that he brings every day for the organization and to each player. You know, I think the reason he's such a good captain is because, you know, he holds himself to the standard that he would hold anybody else to, you know, and I think that obviously the easy way to put that is lead by example. He's the first guy to say, hey, I didn't play to my identity or my role last game. You know, he'll admit it, you know, and you gotta respect that and just pure love for that kid and would do anything, and I just think he's the ultimate leader for us.
For guys to come in from whether it's other organizations, other leagues, to come in and like grow those relationships quickly is definitely been kind of surreal.
You know, you look at Meeks, who, you know, last year was injured.
So I actually broke my knee into DP 17th year in March. Then I had surgery, and then surgery failed. I broke it again in November 2024. Yeah.
And then he goes to Boston University and maybe not playing the minutes that he wants, you know, and so for his development to come back here and get some more touches, well, within that, yes, that is 100% the best thing for him right now, right?
Definitely was a little frustrating, you know, mentally more so. You know, it being my draft year too, and I just had a lot of like dark thoughts and just didn't think I was gonna like make it to where I wanted to be. And I know I wasn't gonna quit because I love this game, and best choice now is just to keep going and keep getting strong.
Thank you. Heat rolling in here.
It's kind of just monotonous work all day.
Yep.
Does it take a certain personality to be able to do a job like this?
Yeah, especially working the long hours. It's kind of takes a different breed for us as equipment managers. We're doing like the grunt work of the team, all the background stuff. Not everything that people want to do, like mopping, vacuuming, sharpening skates, laundry. The front office people, they call me Cinderella because I'm always cleaning.
Week number 20 of the USHL. There's 27 weeks in this schedule, so we're less than 2 months from the start of the 2026 Clark Cup playoffs. When we look at the month of January, it was the worst month statistically of the season for the Lumberjacks, which is the same thing last year.
You know, it's easier to come to the rink when you're winning, you know, but can you still have the same passion to get out of this quote-unquote slump and dig in and do certain things a different way and raise your focus level.
The Lumberjacks in the all black, this deal in the white. This Friday night USHL tilt is officially underway. Danny up the wall, taken away, center, Tolan, turned aside, they score! There's that guy again, Jackson Crowder. The Lumberjack killer the last 2 weeks, his 4th goal in 2 games against the Lumberjacks. And with just 22 seconds to go in the period, he gives the Steel a 1-0 lead. Melvin, across to Amico. Carter pushes ahead, looking for Thomas Maroon, taken away by Asadorian. Fired in front, they score! Rylan Rooney. And it's 2-0 Chicago with 9:08 to go in the second. Here's Belusco. look to push out in front. It's picked up by Stewart. In front, Sanderson, they score! Carter Sanderson, a quick release on the one-timer, and the captain delivers to get the Jacks back to within one. Exactly 60 seconds to go in the second period. Near side, here's Vukas. His long shot, they score! Bronco Vukas off a defender in front. Tie game, 2-2 here in the third. Down low, Novotny, the two crisscross. Here's Benton across Norringer, he scores! Here's the one-timer. Victor Norringer. On taps for Norringer. Victor scores! Oh, that one's pretty! Victor Norringer, his second of the game, and it's 4-2 Lumberjacks. To the offensive zone goes Chicago. Taken away by Novotny. He wants the empty net. It trickles in. Melvin Novotny and the Lumberjacks back to the win column. 4 goals in this third period for the Lumberjacks to pick up a 5-2 win.
They put Dawn dish soap in the dishwasher. Yes.
Wait, where'd they put the dish soap?
He just put a whole bunch of dish soap in the dishwasher.
Like not in the hole?
I don't think so.
Just poured that?
Yeah.
You'll never
It
forget
was
that.
it was a good time. Try to clean these holes out.
Oh, that makes sense. So the thread doesn't break.
Yeah. Now we just try to put it back together and sew it up.
Is thread the best thing for this?
Yeah, so glue, it works, but it's more of a temporary solution. So I glued this on Thursday. Obviously, it's not gonna hold throughout the game. This is the best solution that I have for right now. And this will hold for quite a while. It's a finished product.
Dude, there you go.
Doesn't have a lot of give to it.
Guess we'll see tonight, right?
Yep.
Whose pad is this?
This is Larioza, Nate Larioza. Obviously coming from a different league, they might not have the resources like we do. They'll come here and might have some broken equipment or stuff that they need fixed, and I'll get them right, fix it up for them. That way they don't have to worry about it.
No, it's not worth any videoing, because I got nothing good to say about this guy. Well, he never stops talking. You know this guy, right? Like.
Anything good or bad to say?
Yeah, you never hear him coming. Never hear him come. We could probably use a couple more markers on the bench, some dark colored ones, not pink and orange. Other than that, look at that smile. How could you hate that smile? And he did.
You seem very well loved.
You gotta get the pretty colors on the bench. Probably do a light load of our towels. Grab the vacuum. See how it looks today. Look at that. Nice and clean.
Suds.
Nope. Perfect.
Toe drag release, turned aside by the shoulder, rebound, turned aside as well. Carl Axelson got it with the blocker. And now we're all gonna come down below the goal line. Rudy Burrs calls it something that a Musketeer really did not like. Here's Vatne, back out in front, deflected by Thorpe. But as Clares comes out of the box, Max Anderson taps a loose puck to the back of the net. And And with 6:33 to go in the opening period, the Musketeers take a 1-0 lead. Hudson poked it away from Schultz, but now here's Tomko, a wraparound attempt. A shot and they score! Derek Olsen is second of the weekend as the Musketeers leading 2-0. The puck goes back behind the net, comes out to Jefferson, he scores! Won by the Gary brothers, here's Gavin, he scores! Gary to the middle, off for Tomko, a chance and he scores! Eric Olsen fires a long shot and he scores off the back bar. Just one more for good measure in this first period, and it's 6-0 Sioux City.
Coming into this season, we knew that we were going to get each team's best, and so you got to go out and compete every night. You got to, like I said, play your game, play winning hockey, and so being able to kind of take bits and pieces from the beginning of the season, implement them in our game now, and then also advance on that is definitely what we should be doing. So we're going to take advantage of that here going into the, I'd say, last third of the season.
That 20-minute period is over. It's done. It's out of your brain. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just go win a shift and win the shift after that. You now have 40 minutes of individual hockey games. You have 40 separate games that you have to go out and win, and just find a way to win your game. Back up top, Larioza. Drew Stewart, middle of the slot, far side Navani, the two-play pass. Drew holds, top angle shot, he scores! There's one. Drew Stewart gets the Jacks just a step closer. An Auto Owners Insurance power play goal. Another shift, one for the Lumberjacks. Doringer, Stewart, one-timer, he scores! Houston, we are cleared for takeoff. What a rocket ship from Drew Stewart. And again, the Lumberjacks, they just take another step forward. Down to Stewart, Drew, Benson, one-timer, he scores! Another power play goal for the Lumberjacks. It's a 3-goal game. Here comes Sanderson, behind the defense. Carter Sanderson to his forehand, he scores! Leading by example. Looking back for Belusco, a one-timer, he scores! Adam Belusco, a knuckle puck to the top corner. The Lumberjacks back to within one. Cuts to the near side, sends it up the wall, it's taken away. Regained by Sanderson, but Anderson couldn't pull the trigger. 3 seconds left. Belusco fires it on net. Shea holds on. And Sioux City, I think it's an easy way to say they escaped with a win.
Put the jerseys up because the locker room's pretty much dry, all the gear's dry, so